Hey there everybody, welcome back into the kitchen here at Clean Valley Farms. Today I am, I'm doing something kind of strange. You read the title, you know what we're up to here. I'm making the French bread setting for the first time with that Breadmaker, but I'm throwing a pack of onion soup in it so I can attempt to make French onion soup bread. Because it's kind of fun to say once you can wrap your mind around saying it. So say it with me a couple of times, French onion soup bread, right? It's fun. Anyway, enough of that. We'll get started. The ingredients are all pretty straightforward, but let's go over them anyway. Got our water. This one calls for a little bit of vegetable oil. Still, we've got salt and sugar, flour, yeast as always, and our packet of onion soup mix. Alright, so I've decided, after much back and forth on the subject, I'm just going to add the soup mix straight to the flour before I even mix things together into the bread pan. And that way, hopefully, it'll be evenly mixed through there as flavor. Never done this before, so we'll find out together, shall we? Alright, so as always, we start off by adding our liquid ingredients. There's the water, there's the oil. Get our dry ingredients, everything but the yeast. We're just going to pour that on in. I want to create a bit of a well in the middle there to put our teaspoon of yeast into, so it stays nice and dry until it mixes. Hopefully this is warmed up to room temperature. Apparently it's a little cold in that cupboard we keep the yeast in. And that is basically it. We're going to put this into the bread machine and see what comes of it. Now we just need to turn this thing on. Well, I guess plug it in, turn it on, and it's good to go. So we're going to make a few changes. Setting number 2 here, because it's... Oh, I'm on the wrong button. What have I done? I'm going to unplug this. Try again. Alright, so we'll set this up here. It needs to go to number 2 because it's a French bread. Alright, needs to set it to 1.5 pound loaf size. And we want this one darker because it's a French bread. Ooh, this is going to be a long one at 3 hours and 40. Better be good for the wait. There it goes. Alright, so the timer has just gone off. We're going to pull this out, set it aside to cool, and find out what we've got. Alright, so I've got this out of the loaf pan. We're just going to set it aside to cool on the metal rack for a few minutes here. Cut into it and find out whether or not that onion soup flavor has infused my loaf of bread. Alright, so let's give this a cut. See how it looks inside, and then we can give it a taste. I gotta be careful because that little metal mixing bit's in the bottom of this one. That looks pretty good. Alright, so this certainly looks like a nice delicious bread. The crust is a little darker than I would like, so I think I will continue on medium like I have been going, but let's give it a taste and see if that onion soup flavor came through like I was hoping. Alright everybody, well this turned out to be not such a terrible idea. I was expecting a little bit more of an onion punch out of it, but it's still pretty decent. There's a subtle sort of oniony flavor to it, so it passes. It passes. I'm going to finish up this here slice and get to editing this video so you guys can see what I've made with the Breadmaker this time. Thanks for joining me, and have yourselves a fantastic day everybody. I will see you next time.